Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Sri Lanka appoints new Prime Minister in bid to stop civil unrest by Christian Francis. Updated May 13, 2022, 1.23 am. First published May 12, 2022, 4.10 pm. Save login, register or subscribe to save articles for later. Share normal text size, larger text size, very large text size. Colombo, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has appointed a long-time opponent to run the government days after his brother resigned as Prime Minister in a bid to quell growing tensions over a months-long crisis over shortages of food and fuel. Ranil Wickremesinghe, a veteran politician and former Prime Minister, will become Prime Minister for the sixth time, the President's media unit confirmed late on Thursday. No other details were immediately available. The announcement may bring a modicum of stability to the country, which is on the verge of bankruptcy and needs a government to oversee bailout talks with the International Monetary Fund. Sri Lanka's central bank chief has threatened to resign if political order isn't restored urgently. The new appointment is the only option for Sri Lanka, said Ravi Karunanayake, a member of Wickremesinghe's party and a former finance minister. I think his appointment will calm down the protest, although internally not everyone will be happy and there will be some who will have bellyaches. The new Prime Minister's first priority will be to restore supply of gas and fuel and then getting the economy back on track, he added. Wickremesinghe went to pay his respects at Colombo's Gangaramaya Buddhist temple soon after taking oath of office. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, right, greets Ranil Wickremesinghe during the latter's oath-taking ceremony as the new Prime Minister in Colombo. Credit, Sri Lankan President's office via AP. The President's brother, Mahinda Rajapaksa, resigned as Prime Minister on Monday following violent attacks by supporters on peaceful anti-government protesters, and had to be rescued from his official residence by the army after protesters broke down the gate. His resignation automatically dissolved the cabinet, leaving an administrative vacuum. On Wednesday, authorities deployed armored vehicles and troops in the streets of the capital after attacks on protesters triggered a wave of violence across the country. 9 people died and more than 200 were injured. Security forces have been ordered to shoot people deemed to be participating in the violence, as sporadic acts of arson and vandalism continue despite a strict nationwide curfew that began on Monday. Some opposition politicians and religious leaders objected to Wickremesinghe's appointment, saying citizens wanted sweeping reforms. Opposition lawmaker Anura Dissanayake said the choice of Wickremesinghe was more about protecting the president and his family from public anger over his role in the economic crisis than solving the country's problems. When he was previously Prime Minister from 2015 to 2019, Wickremesinghe was accused of protecting Rajapaksa's powerful family from allegations of corruption and other wrongdoing. Sri Lanka's new Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe waves as he leaves a temple after attending religious observances in Colombo. Credit, AP photo. Iranga Jayawadena Buddhist and Catholic clergy also objected to Wickremesinghe's selection. This decision has been taken totally disregarding the aspirations of the people who are protesting today. The protests can only get worse by this decision, said Reverend Omaup Sobitha, a senior Buddhist monk. Catholic Archbishop of Colombo Cardinal Malcolm Ranjith said for the country to move forward from the crisis, we need a complete change of the system. Political analyst Ranga Jayasuriya said by appointing Wickremesinghe as Prime Minister, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa did not put out the fire, but added fuel on it. Sri Lanka's President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says he will surrender some of his powers to Parliament. Credit, AP. People would be angrier with this snub of appointing a man who has no public support, Jayasuriya tweeted. US Ambassador to Sri Lanka Julie Chung said she is looking forward to working with Wickremesinghe, and that his appointment and the quick formation of an inclusive government are first steps to addressing the crisis and promoting stability. We encourage meaningful progress at the IMF and long-term solutions that meet the needs of all Sri Lankans, she said in a tweet. Sri Lanka is nearly bankrupt and has suspended repayments of $7 billion $10 billion in foreign loans due this year. The IMF has said any short or long-term assistance depends on the outcome of talks with creditors on loan restructuring. Sri Lanka must repay about $25 billion in foreign loans by 2026 out of a current total foreign debt of $51 billion. Sri Lankan Army Commando Regiment officer stands in front of a burned vehicle on a street during a curfew in Negombo.